Hi everyone, and welcome to another GamesMaster magazine. The greatest show on TV is now a magazine at £1.75. It's Sega, Nintendo, Amiga and more. Win a trip to Legend Quest, plus £1,000 worth of Sega games. Inside Street Fighter 2 Level 7 Expert Guide. We've got Mega Drive, Super NES, Amiga, plus hot new PC Engine titles reviewed, and a great new joystick. Let's see. It's a Monster, Mutant League Football, the most violent sports game ever. And free Street Fighter 2 cards. You can send them through the post and everything. So what's this? Inside the world's most powerful games machine. See the SNES, Mega Drive and Amiga Beta in action on page 28. Yeah, that artwork's brilliant, isn't it? I never played Mutant League Football. It's quite expensive, but I know it's quite expensive. It is expensive. So yeah, this is issue 3, March 1993. Star Effects. We've left nothing out. With a sense of realism and speed, only possible with the totally new, totally revolutionary Super Effects chip, Star Fox is the future. Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Will you ever reach the end? Yeah, I remember that advert. Pro Action Replay. The ultimate game-busting cartridge. With the Action Replay cartridge, you can now play your favourite games to destruction. Total 94%. Yeah, I never owned one of these back in there. An Action Replay. I've got a Game Genie. But I've never really used that, to be honest. I just bought it because it were a collector's item, really. I did have the Honeybee cart though. You know, you could play import games on the PAL console. It was the gold Honeybee one. I don't know if we'll see that. So Detel Electronics, 24-hour mail order hotline. Also available from all good game stores including Virgin, Toys R Us, WH Smiths and Woolworths. The greatest show on TV, GamesMaster. Right, this month will, as well as bringing you reviews of some surprisingly excellent software, we've got details on an incredible new virtuality centre in the heart of London. A look at 2 new PC Engine releases guaranteed to wow you, and info on the earth-shakingly technological 3DO system. What a month. So we've got contents. The writing is quite small, so hopefully you'll be able to see it on a bigger TV, on a big TV. So charts, Dominik's big purple column, TV news. Let's see. Review booth. We've got Chester Cheetah for Super NES, Crash Dummies for Game Boy, Dark Seed for the Amiga, Dragon's Lair 3 on the Amiga, Drop Zone on the Game Boy, Echo the Dolphin on the Mega Drive, Fatal Fury on the Super NES, James Bond on the Mega Drive, Jimmy Connor's Tennis, Super NES, never heard of that, King of Rally, Super NES, never heard of that, Megalomania, Mega Drive, Muhammad Ali Boxing, Mutant League Football, Mick Faldo's Golf, Ranma Half, Roadrunners Death Valley and Sleepwalker, Streets of Rage 2, Super Off-Road and Super Swiv, got the Tips Zone and the Consultation Chamber. Yeah, them graphics were state of the art back in there. I remember when it used to come on, it used to be glued to it. I think of Channel 4, yeah. So we've got Network. Sega trying to take Cody's outside for kicking. Doesn't there always seem to be a court case going on with Sega or Nintendo right there in the middle of it? Well, whether you think that was a contrived way to start a news piece or not, there's certainly a court case pending at the moment. The idea is that Sega are trying to stop Codemasters producing their own games independently. Are video games dangerous? There has been an awful lot of fuss in the national daily press recently about console games causing epileptic fits in kids. I remember when Pokemon first came out in UK. Were it UK? No, I think it was Japan it first come out. And because of all strobe effects, you know, when Pikachu were like doing his lightning move, all strobe effects, it sent kids to hospital, you know, with epilepsy. Some of them were really bad off it as well. So the Pokemon were banned for a bit. I remember that. Another great show looms. Commodore UK have given the final seal of approval to the forthcoming Amiga format live show. It's going to be a future publishing organised affair, and as you'll know if you attend the Future Entertainment show last year, there will be so much amazing stuff on display. Price is up again. At the moment, Commodore seems to be slightly unsure of the correct price structure of their Amiga leisure packs. They had indicated that £30 on the price of all their Amiga packs would be implemented from 1st of January. Bedroom arcade fantasy realised. SNES and Mega Drives are all very well, but there's nothing beat the thrill of owning a real arcade game. There's something so well big about them. Unfortunately, always come with a big price tag, enough to shatter all but the most affluent gamers' dreams. Now, however, console concepts have a solution, and it's called a Super Gun, and it enables you to play arcade printed circuit boards through your own SCART TV. I've never heard of that before. That's a good idea. I think that's where bootleg ones came out, weren't they? You know, the PCBs. They're quite expensive, them boards as well. So you've got a jammer connector there. That must go into that. The Super Gun. And then play it. I wonder what the arcade is. You know, the arcade stick. Let's see. What this means is that you can buy arcade games themselves without forking out for a cabinet, monitor and joystick. Excuse me. So yeah, I think that Super Gun will come with its own joystick, won't it? Never heard of that before. More network barcodes in not completely boring shocker. Incredible but true fact, barcodes are actually of some use. We always thought they were something God invented to make designing magazine front covers hard. But no, this is not the case. They can in fact be used thanks to a new handheld as a great games playing aid. Yeah, I remember that. Barcode Battler. Yeah, I don't think it took off. Global Whirring Ho Ho. Zool Coin-Op on the way. Gremlin Graphics, who set out to produce a character which would rival Sonic and Mario, must be dead chuffed at the moment. Zool, their aunt, also known as a ninja from the nth dimension, is to be transformed onto the arcade machine by Bellfruit Manufacturing. Never knew that. Dishing it out. Games World is a new nightly games BSKYB TV show put together by Hewland International, the people behind the glorious GamesMaster. It's scheduled to start its run, as we media people say, in March, and at this very moment they are looking for games players to take part in the show. The programme will be beamed to dishes across the nation 5 times a week, with each evening's entertainment following a particular theme. So if you're interested, drop the producers a line at Games World, Hewland International, PO Box 91, London E14 9GT. Even if you aren't lucky enough to get on the show, you might receive some tickets to go along and watch. Wow. The small printer, that's how you got onto... I always wondered how they got on, you know, unpicked. How they got on Games World. So that's it, it's right there. Small print that. They should have put that big, you know, like your chance to go on a TV show. The activator. Yeah, I think I remember that. Anybody want a full body interactive controller with the whole body intelligence? And does anybody know what the hell it means? Well, Sega are to launch a new controller which is unlike anything you've ever seen before. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that. I don't think that took off either. Rumours. News may be a bit thin on the ground this month, but we can still come up with the juiciest gossip anywhere. Rumours abound for the imminent release of the much heralded Mega CD from Sega. Sega themselves have nothing to say on the subject, and all their PR agency have said is, you probably know more about it than we do. More network exclusive Street Fighter 2 the movie. I enjoyed that. It was a good film. Let's have a look. We've received an exclusive leak from the casting department, and here's a provisional list of the stars who will be playing all the major characters. So we've got Ryu, Tom Cruise, Ken, Dana Carvey, Guile, Val Kilmer, Eonda, John Candy, Zangief, Jeff Capes, Chun-Li, Cynthia Rothrock, Blanca, Lou Ferrigno, Dalsim, Ben Kingsley, Balrog, Evander Holyfield, Vega, John Inman, Sagat, Brian Glover, and Bison, Rutger Hauer. Well, that's a lot of lies, isn't it? I bet they just made that up. Yes, Dana will soon be swapping his party on dude business for a Hadouken or whatever. I'll say some of the new, what's it called now? Maverick. Top Gun. Good film, that. They're both good, but Maverick's really good. Blade Runner, another brilliant film. I do like Wayne's World. The VR Family. Games are good for you. Official. With the recent boom in the video games industry, there's been a renewal of interest in the question of whether or not computer games are bad for your health. Are they, as the Melody Maker recent patronised, creating a new generation of youngsters with vacant minds, living only within their computer worlds and rarely interacting with other human beings? It is true though, isn't it? Let's have a look. Echo the Dolphin lives. Yeah, tough game that. Could never get into Echo the Dolphin. Played it a lot, but we just couldn't do it. It was really hard. Brace yourselves for Dong. Never heard of that. The Press Corner. Get ready for the invasion. Sleepwalker. I think that's on the Amiga, isn't it? I can't remember that. Sleepwalker. Diary dates. Import charts. Overdosed on gravity rays, down to your last energy bar and plagued by killer mushrooms. Yeah, I'm going to try and get through it a little bit quicker on this one. No point in reading it all. I mean, I'll be here forever. So we've got the official charts month ending in January. So on the SNES, we've got Super Mario Kart, Bart's Nightmare, Dragon's Lair, Axe Slayer, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Mega Drive, Streets of Rage 2, Road Rash 2, Echo the Dolphin, Sonic 2, Mickey and Donald. Amiga, Street Fighter 2, Premier Manager, Sensible Soccer, Wing Commander, Nick Faldo's Championship Golf. Game Gear, Lemmings, Alien 3, Super Off-Road, Sonic 2, Mickey Mouse. Atari Lynx, Dracula the Undead. Never heard of that. 2, Switchblade 2, 3, Dirty Larry, 4, Steel Talons, and then Shadow of the Beast. Game Boy, Super Mario Land 2, Star Wars, WWF 2, Tiny Toons and Home Alone 2. NES, Hyper Soccer, Kung Fu, Lemmings, Home Alone 2, Kickle Cubicle. Never heard of that. Master System, Sonic 2, Lemmings, Tasmania, Transbot and Mickey Mouse. Dominik's Big Purple Column. Yeah, he said that Splatterhouse were a bad game. I'm going to see what he said on this one. I think it was crap game of the month, if I can find it. Here we go, CAC game of the month. As mentioned earlier, this accolade has to go to Home Alone on the Mega Drive. A note to Sega, 10 years ago I had a ZX Spectrum. This would have been a great budget game on that. Home Alone. Villain of the month. Runner-up in the Villain of the Month contest is Tom Strain. May not know who he is, neither do I, but Matthew Purton from Wiltshire wrote in to say he's a dickhead. Who I to disagree. That were Prince Charles. Total Control. Auto Fire, Turbo Fire, Slow Motion. Yeah, the slow motion, you turn that on and it would just pause. It would just pause. And that'd be your slow motion. So it weren't really slow motion. It was just pausing. Yeah, you've got your beverage. I'm on a cup of tea today. With one sweetener. What's this? Gameland. Win your own arcade machine. Street Fighter 2 Black Belt Edition. Win Sonic 2. Win a Super Nintendo. Mega Drive. TV news. Let's not be disheartened. Let's not shirk from the task, but current series of GamesMaster is coming to an end. But all good things do. Chin up, stiffen that lip, and let's carry ourselves proudly through these final weeks. Yeah, they used to get some good celebrities on here as well, you know, and do like challenges and show all good all new games. GamesMaster is broadcast on Channel 4 each Thursday night at 6:30 PM and finishes its current run on March 25th. Win £1,000 of Sega games from Virgin Game Centre and Mega Stores. Sometime back in July when you are putting your Christmas list together, you always stretched a point. Number 1, Private Island. Number 2, Ferrari. Number 3, Sega Mega Drive. Number 4, £1,000 worth of games. That's Terminator 2. I've never played that. I've got the many, so I should play. I should have a try, really. Lemmings. A screenshot from Smash TV. Well, let's have a look at the questions. Number 1, what is the name of the dolphin whose undersea world is sure to be one of the biggest Mega Drive hits of the year? Echo. Which character owns a super fun house? Krusty. What type of transport features in Road Rash? Motorbikes. To enter, simply answer the questions above, write the answers on a postcard or the back of a sealed down envelope together with your name and address. Yeah, I would have entered that as well. Bomberman 93. We used to play Bomberman all the time. On Mega Drive, we had it on Mega Drive. 4 players. For me, my mate, my mate's mum. No, it was 3 of us. Yeah, because his dad wouldn't play, he'd just watch. Yeah, good times then, good times. Frantic Engineering. Spriggan Mark II. Dear me, these names really do lose something in the translation. Go on, have a guess what kind of games this is. Role-playing fantasy adventure? Gardening simulator? No, shoot 'em up, I'm afraid. A bloody great shoot 'em up, actually. When you finish sniggering at the utterly incomprehensible Japanese intermission bits, which can be turned off, Spriggan is a ridiculously heretic horizontal scroller. Yeah, I'm never really into side scrollers. I like my vertical shooters, me. The family joystick from Honeybee. Yeah, this is small writing. These coin-op style joystick add-ons seem to get everywhere, apart from being plugged into their appropriate consoles. This PC Engine specific model may have an unfortunate name, but it's actually a nifty bit of kit. I never even knew that the PC Engine had an arcade stick. Looks nice, that as well. This man is about to destroy Sega and Nintendo. Last month, a man in a very nice suit stood up during a press conference at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas and introduced a new games format, which he claimed was far removed from current systems as the Barcelona Olympics was from a school sports day. There was no sniggering, no men in white coats, just a rapt attention for the 1,000 or so journalists gathered to witness what was billed as the dawning of a new games era. Let's have a look. The man with the vision is Trip Hawkins, and he probably known for what he's talking about, having previously been the president of the world's most successful games company, Electronic Arts. His new company is called 3DO, and his vision is shared by heavyweight moneymen such as an electronic giants Panasonic and AT&T, a multimedia empires Time Warner's and MCA Universal. Yeah, 3DO. My mate had one of them. I used to like Street Fighter on that. Again, it didn't take off much, did it? A word from the editor. So, is this machine going to take over the world or what? Well, the obvious answer is I don't know. Still, that's probably not what you want to hear. The root of the most problems with standalone CD technology, distinct from Sega and Nintendo systems, is that no one can agree on a standard. So no single machine emerges as a market leader. Yeah, the 3DO. I remember there were only one port, so you had to put another controller 2 into that controller. Video Games of America. First with the latest games. New games arriving weekly. Yeah, that's small writing, is that. I could zoom in, but it messes up OBS. Tried doing it before, you know, zooming in to get a better look at them, but it just messes up OBS. It goes all weird. The official licensed game preserver. A 3-pack holds Super NES cartridges and 30-page instruction booklet available in a rainbow of colours. £4.49 per pack. Chuck Rock 2, what's this for the Amiga? $29.99, available late March. Brilliant graphics, aren't they? Really colourful, and the sprites are really good. I never played it. Bubsy the Bobcat, what's this for? The SNES from Accolade, £40, released in March 93. Yeah, I used to have that for the Mega Drive. Ragnarok for the Amiga. Super Tiny Toons. Yeah, good game that. That's by Konami for the SNES. £50, March. Yeah, the Mega Drive version were good as well. Jimmy Connor's Pro Tennis Tour for the Game Boy, $24.99. Krusty's Funhouse. Jackie Crush, the pinball game for the SNES, £45 approximately. Import now. Looks like a good picture, that, doesn't it? Oh, and Tigger's here. Sunset Riders by Konami for the Mega Drive. Yeah, I never played that. I've heard a lot about it. I know it's a good game, but just never got around to playing it. Virtual arcade. Another new arcade isn't generally something we devoted more than half a page to, but then the Virtual Quest Centre, nestling virtually at the foot of Tower of London, is far from just another new arcade. For a start, the whole centre is dedicated to a single game. Legend Quest. I bet it was quite good, that, actually. I mean, they were state-of-the-art graphics, weren't they? Where can I play Legend Quest? Legend Quest is to be found at Virtual Quest Illusionary Leisure Arcade, 2 Tower Hill Terrace, Tower Hill, London. Win a day at Virtual Quest. How to enter? Let's see. Easy, just answer the following questions on the form below. Right, number 1. Which aircraft do you have the opportunity to fly in the virtuality game VTOL? I'd go for an helicopter, I don't know. Where is the Laser Ball Arcade? Don't know. What is the chemical symbol for gold? AU. I think. Win Echo the Dolphin goodies from Sega. Yeah, that's rare, is that? That's worth some money, is that, you know? It's one of the rarest things you can buy for Mega Drive, that. I was looking online, you know, for years ago for rare games, and it's surprising that came like I think it was like number 1. I think it was number 1 and number 2. That were one of the rarest things to get for Mega Drive. How to enter? Simple. All you have to do is send us a picture of a dolphin. It doesn't have to be Echo, it can be any dolphin you like. Maybe he or she could be jumping through a hoop, or shaking hands with his or his trainer, or perhaps balancing a ball on his nose. We don't mind, so get out your pens and start sketching. We'll print a selection of the best entries eventually. Right. I would have had a go at that as well. Reviews. Now let's see. We did the excitement angle in this issue, and last month we had that unwise sort of safari big game theme. So what can we do this time? Well, we can introduce the review section in a manner so stylish and clever that you'll be fascinated and interested. Hold on, give us a minute. Nearly there. Right. Here we are. It's brilliant. Ready? Right, so let's see. So these are your 11 people with the best jobs in Britain, and they still look as miserable bunch of slags. Yeah, let's get into reviews, eh? Nick Faldo's Golf. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Nick Faldo's Golf. First one. Yeah, again, I can't really get into golf games. My brother did. He played them for Mega Drive, but I couldn't really get into them. Amiga, $34.99, and it's got 84%. A very well presented golf program, easy to get into and good fun to play. Ranma Half. This is for the SNES. Import £65. No way. Never heard of it. It's like a beat 'em up. Well, a fighting game. 78%. What can I say? This is one of the funniest games I have played in a long time. It isn't spoiled at all by the Japanese text. In fact, anything, this enhances the laughs. Nope, never heard of it. Mutant League Football. Let's see if it shows any violence. Yeah, I am useless at Madden games. You know, American football games. The best of the worst. Maniac All-Stars, Dark Star Dragons, Deathskin Razors, and Toxic All-Pros. Breaking the law. There is an awful lot of violence in Mutant League football. Surely it should have picked up on by the referee. But in this game, the referees tend to fear for their lives. We got 76%. Nice idea, I suppose, and very well executed. There's a great deal of stuff you can do, but so you'd expect with an American footy game. But as a cart to really get stuck into on the rainy Sunday afternoon, it's inferior to Madden. I know it is expensive. Pit Fights for the Master System. Nah, could never play that game. I played it on Mega Drive, it was just too hard. Chester Cheetah. That's what's that crisp called? Cheetahs? I can't remember what there's a crisp called. I can't remember what they're called. I didn't know they brought a game out for him. But it's for the SNES. Import $44.99. Cheetos, that's it. Cheetos. 38%. When a company decides to use a character from an advert in a game, they should either make a game interesting or B, use a half-decent character. I mean, sprites look good, colourful. 38%. But that's just their opinion, you know. It could be a good game, you know, to somebody. What's this? Muhammad Ali's Heavyweight Boxing for Mega Drive. Available in March at $39.99. Looks like they've gone for a 3D look on that, doesn't it? Good graphics. Yeah, I'm not really into boxing. What, 39%? Nice idea, guys, but there's no gameplay. Simply hammering one button does nothing for the excitement factor of those participating. So, win a Super Nintendo with Street Fighter 2 and Super Scope. Win a Mega Drive and Mega CD, Sonic 2 and CD games. That is just the most beautiful console ever made. I love that console. So cool. Game Gear, Amiga, Street Fighter joystick or infrared joystick. Win a mountain bike of your choice for up to £200. Harley Davidson gear. There's a poster there. A Muhammad Ali poster. So we're right in the centre here. There would have been 2 clips there. And you'd pull that out. That's only a small one. But we used to get some really good posters in here. You know, in these magazines. We used to get some really good pictures. Echo the Dolphin for the Mega Drive. Price $39.99. We got 95%. Something very new. There is more to life than beat 'em up, shoot 'em ups, platform games, and endless coin-op conversions. Echo has masses of cute appeal, but it will also impress the tax and more cynical, hardened game freaks. It may even make you ponder the origins of that tuna fish sandwich. Yeah, tough game that. Good music as well. The pterodactyl. Yeah, we just couldn't do it. We just could not do it. It was so hard. I mean, we were only young. But yeah, 95%, that's a good review, that. See, GamesMaster, they're notorious for giving low reviews. Fatal Fury, this is on the SNES. It's a bit blurry, that. 60%. While Fatal Fury is a good-looking romp, even by SNES standards, it's less detailed, less entertaining, less interesting, and less enjoyable than other games. I enjoyed it on Mega Drive. 12 megabytes. Says it up there. Memory. Roadrunners Death Valley Rally. No, never heard of this. This is for SNES. Approximately £50. Looks alright. Looks a bit like Taz. Remember Tasmania for Mega Drive? Looks a bit like that. Well, it's same. Is it Warner Brothers, I think? What did he get? 49%. Little more than a platform game with some great graphics. It is mildly funny at first as you speed around the level, but you soon realise that there isn't much to do. Megalomania. Right, so it's a strategy game, this, ain't it? What's this for? For Mega Drive, $39.99. The dictionary defines megalomania as a funnel-shaped instrument used to amplify the voice. Hang on, sorry, that's the megaphone. No, it's a mental illness characterised by delusions of grandeur, power and wealth. And look at this, is interesting. It says a megalosaur is any large Jurassic or Cretaceous pedipalp carnivorous dinosaur. Honestly. Yeah, I'm not the best reader. So I got 88%. Excuse me. Yeah, it looks like a strategy game. Yeah, no good for me, that. So 88%. Well, I'm damn glad this little sucker is out for the Mega Drive because it's a great game in 2 or 3 senses of the word. Probably. No. I saw it a lot, but I could never picked it up. Super Off-Road. What's this for? The SNES? £45. Let it get 78%. Big trucks, mud, engines, nitros, money. Super Off-Road could well have been the classic romp and Micro Machines basher that the SNES needs. Yeah, it take a lot to beat Micro Machines. Jimmy Connors Pro Tennis Tour. Excuse me. I hope I'm not coming down with a cold. Pro Tennis Tour, Jimmy Connors, not. Never heard of that. It's for the SNES, $44.99. Got 91%. Overall, this is a whole lot better than Super Tennis. There is a lot more options included, and the control system is much more user-friendly. Oh, Streets of Rage 2. Good game, that. Graphics, music, characters. It is better than 3. Only by a little bit, but it is. I'd have to give it 2. Go on, smack his head in. We've got Axel, Max, Blaze and Skate. So So he's got a judgment already at 92%. Those Streets in full. So Mega Drive available now at $44.99. A judgment 88%. Although this is a fine game, that Sonic 2's that Sonic 2 problem arises again. How different it is from Streets of Rage 1, and is it worth doshing out £45 if you own the original? The big saving factor here is that dual mode, stalking your opponent until you get a chance to crack him over the head, may not please the moral majority. Yeah, it's miles better than 1. I mean, Streets of Rage 1 is good, but Streets of Rage 2 blew it out at water, didn't it? Dragon's Lair 3. Oh, this is on the Amiga, $34.99. Looks really good. We got 35%. That's low. A software bimbo. Looks great, sounds smashing, but hardly a woman of substance, nuff said. Super Swiv. So this is on the SNES at $44.99. We've got 84%. This is one of the finest shoot 'em ups on the SNES and should definitely figure in your collection. I've heard of it, never played it. And it's a vertical shmup as well. A vertical shooter. Swiv on the Amiga was without a doubt one of the finest blasts the system has ever seen. And this conversion is virtually flawless. We've got Sleepwalker, that's for the Amiga, at 79%. Dark Seed, I think that's a point and click, isn't it? $34.95 for the Amiga. 90%. The Incredible Crash Dummies for the Game Boy. 85%. James Bond The Duel for Mega Drive. 60%. King of Rally for the SNES at 60%. Drop Zone for the Game Boy, $25.99, 89%. Super Kickoff. I think that were their version of Sensible Soccer, weren't it? Oh no, for Mega Drive. $39.99, 83%. Super Kickoff is the best Mega Drive football game, but then again, there aren't that many around to go up for it to go up against. Oh, Test Drive 2 for the SNES, $44.99. So I got 62%. So overall, Test Drive 2 is starting to look a bit dated now, and this version doesn't take advantage of what the SNES hardware can do. Europe's biggest Super Nintendo magazine, Super Play. Never heard of that one. I don't think we saw that over here. Maybe in Europe only, I think that. Even though England is kind of Europe. So what's this? Nice to see you again. I trust you are well and have vanquished a number of games since our last meeting. Personally, I'm glad to see the general difficulty levels of most new releases is much higher these days. So Rollo the Rescue, yeah, these are your tips, aren't they? GamesMaster tips. Yeah, never played Rollo. It tells you how to complete it. Level 2, level 3, level 4. The cartridge swap shop. Curse of Enchantia. Last month we left you hanging on a ledge in the middle of the edge. Last month we left you hanging on a ledge in the middle of the edge of the world. Honestly, tongue twisters for me then. Player's Guide Part 2. Axelay. It's a good shooter, that. I played that. Another World. Yeah, this was a tough game, this. Good to look at though, like Prince of Persia, weren't it? But I could never excuse me, never play it. It's too hard. It's too hard for me, that. God bless America. In a special report from one of the world's biggest trade shows, Mega will be unveiling some incredible new developments that are taking place in the States. We'll be blowing the gaff on Sega's first steps into virtual reality, Pioneer's incredible Laserdisc and Mega Drive combined unit, a bizarre Mega Drive controller which is activated by body movements, and beyond that there'll be the usual tips, games, reviews, features, and even an interview with Violet Berlin. Mega, the magazine for men and women. Oh, Street Fighter 2. This is your expert guide, weren't it, that it was saying? Spent a long time on this game. We never did these combos though. It's only recently I saw them. There were these guys on Facebook. They played it. They play the Super Street Fighter, and they play with Guile and DJ. They're like the favourite ones. And the combos that they do, they're unreal. Like 5-hit combos. It's good to watch them, you know, it's really good to watch them. Yeah, Street Fighter 2. Absolute classic game. Vega and Balrog, and Sagat and Bison. Action Replay and Game Genie. Oh, you got your codes here. See, they're quite useless without these codes, I think. The Game Genie and Action Replay. If you've not got the codes, there's not a point in even using them. That's the only downfall of it, in my opinion. Well, I've never really used one. I've got one. I've got the book, you know, with all codes in, but I've never used it. Like I say, I'll try and do a video on it. You know, get one done, see what it's like, see what it's all about. So we've got more here, like Alien Storm. Yeah, they're just cheats. Special SNES Game Genie codes. Wow, Cat and Bison. Consultation Chamber. That's Mario World. Good game that. Spent a long time on that as well. Buy some things. A t-shirt. Yeah, I like both of them. I like both of them. For $19.95 we'll fix your life. Yeah, they're your subscription. Yeah, if you want to read it, just pause it. But like I said, there is some small writing, so you might not be able to see it. But hopefully, it'll be sharp enough for you to to see it. Oh, letters. Come on, spit it out. You know you want to. Something in the issue you are want to take the issue with. Yeah, and this is where you could put your own eye scores in. Yeah, we never sent anything in when I was younger. You know, we never really did it like this. I think it was because it charges money. You know, you'd have to buy the envelopes, you'd have to send it off to buy the stamps and all that stuff. When all my spending money, I'd just go on the magazine. So next month, April issue, Chuck and Ophelia Rock wish to announce the birth of the new son, Chuck Jr. What a beauty. Right, so that's it. So, I hope you enjoyed that one. Yeah, we're good that, looking back at that. They were good. So, the next one will be a Sega one. Thanks for watching. Hope you're alright. And you'll take care. Bye everyone.